Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is Sunday, August 8th, 2020, and we are starting our 21st week. 7 months of this stuff, of dealing with the CCP, Kung Flu, coronavirus, isolate in place, safer at home, wear a mask. Oh man. So, currently in Jacksonville, Florida, it is 89 degrees Fahrenheit outside with a humidity of 66%. Makes it feel 10 to 12 degrees hotter. So, it's not nice out front, outside. 75 degrees Fahrenheit inside. The air conditioners are keeping up, but they're fighting it. So, it's still comfortable in here. I had a question. Somebody asked me a question. I had a question on from one of my subscribers about food prices and various stores and what stores that I went to, etc., etc. Partially answered it, more or less, kind of, sort of, on the question. But it's really an in-depth kind of thing, because I don't go to just one store. There's a good range of stores to go shopping at. It just doesn't look straight to me. The primary main grocery stores are Winn-Dixie and Publix. Winn-Dixie has a offshoot called Harvey's. There's a couple of those nearby. There is Rowes, Rowes, which is an IGA store, Independent Grocers Association. And then there's the little, the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar type places, Big Lots. And then there's places like Solomon's, and there's a couple of other places like that do, they buy stuff in bulk. They're not necessarily grocery stores, but you'll find groceries there. A lot of times you get really cheap groceries, but you want to eat them up right then because they are either very close to their expiration date or they are past their expiration date. Sometimes way past their expiration date. So you have to be, a little bit like this. And I'm not one who worries a lot about expiration dates. A couple of my kids, if they look at it, it expired yesterday, it goes in the trash. Canned food is best by that point in time, but it'll be edible for several years. The bread store is another place that's similar to that. They get the stuff that is very close to being past its best date, or it is past its best date. So you have to know what different stores sell that you like, and then compare the prices. I know Winn-Dixie is, well, let's use it for instance. I use this in the answer. Tuna fish. It's a package of tuna fish. Winn-Dixie sells them. I think the last time I looked, they were $1.29. They didn't have anything cheaper. Walmart, you can get them for $1. Excuse me. And I'm fairly certain it's the same package. Maybe an ounce or two different. You go to Dollar Tree and you get the big bowls of ramen noodle soups. They're $1. Walmart, they're 89 cents, I think, 98 cents. some places like Publix, they're $1.20. You have to know what you're looking at. Cans of like roast beef hash. You can get a smaller can at Dollar Tree. I think it's 9 ounces, and you get 12 ounces for $1.40 something um, at the other stores. But stuff at Walmart, 3 or 4 of those ounces that you're getting are liquid, so it doesn't pay. When you're shopping on a budget, you have to know, you have to look close at, like I said, not just the cost, but the cost per ounce or the cost per serving. Um, so yeah, and sometimes I mean I buy stuff at Dollar Tree more because it's convenient. I can get I get packages of gnocchi little potato dumplings. That's $1 at Dollar Tree. I can get a larger bag, like almost a third larger, maybe a little bit more, um, for like 60 cents more at Publix. So maybe it's almost not Publix, at Walmart. Um, but I may not be able to eat that big package. So portion size is better for me, even though I'm paying a little bit more for the portion. I don't have the leftover that's going to go to waste. That's where I was going with that. I knew where I was going. I kind of lost it there. Um, so, yeah, and then various stores have things that other stores don't. Um, Steakums. I can get Steakums at Winn-Dixie, but not at Publix. And I haven't seen them at Rose. Walmart has a similar product, and it's just Steakums are, I don't know, they're kind of they're ground up meat that are formed into patties or into thin sheets, and you use them to make cheesesteaks for the most part. There's a couple of other brands, but depending on where you're going. Now, it used to be I could get them at Publix. I used to be able to get them buy one get one free in the large packages. They don't carry them anymore. At least the ones near me don't. So there's other things that you have to get at certain stores. The Rose has the Goya ginger beer. Maybe it's not Goya. Anyway, they have the ginger beer that I like, and they're 68 cents a piece, something like that. Walmart's got them when they have them. They're 71 cents. They don't always have them. So again, like I said, you have to be careful if you're shopping on a budget. Yeah, it seems like you go to Dollar Tree, you get a lot of food for $1 pack. But if you take those products and you write down the amount on each one of the products, and then you go to Walmart or at one of your local grocers and compare the price and the portion, you're liable to find a big difference. So a lot of that stuff I just kind of like keep up here in general. I don't really keep I don't have that type of memory. But I know the basic things that I can get cheaper at one store than at another, or that I can get at one store and not another. the pimento cheese that I like to buy, I can get a larger container for just a little bit more at Walmart than I can at Winn-Dixie. Again, it comes down to portion size and price per ounce and whatnot. So, um, other places, I guess, like, excuse me, Rose has better prices on, excuse me again, wow. Rose has better prices on meats, but you need to buy a larger package, which isn't a real big problem if you got a place to keep it. But I buy a 5 or 6 pound thing of hamburger, and by the time I'm done using it up, it's freezer burnt. So I didn't really save a whole lot of money by buying it that way. Um, so again, it's if you're shopping, trying to shop frugally or trying to shop on a budget, these are the type of things you need to concern yourself with. You know, is if I buy all this stuff, am I going to be able to use it up before it goes bad? Whether that's getting freezer burned or getting going bad just because you bought a case of wax beans and you only eat wax beans 2 or 3 times a year. So you've got wax beans that's going to be sitting around for 6 or 7 years. That's not budget friendly. It doesn't help. And I don't know why I said wax beans, because I don't eat wax beans. So and if you buy, if you can find stuff on sale, again, make sure it's a sale, because some places will mark things up and then put them on sale at a price that's even slightly higher than what you were getting before, what they were getting before. Some things it pays to stock up on. Like I stock up on my tuna and my spam slices and stuff like that. That it's going to stay on the shelf. It's good for a year or better. So as long as I just keep replenishing what I have, if there's a problem, a storm comes in or whatever. Yes, I've got my storm box with food in it that'll last me a while, but I've got enough food in my pantry that's canned or otherwise that'll last me several weeks as well. So, like I said, canned chili, canned olives, jarred sauerkraut. I like to keep a bunch of peanut butter on hand because that's a good go-to protein. Well, you have to be careful. It is a little fattening, which isn't bad if you don't, if you're out and active or whatever. But eating a 2 pound jar of peanut butter and not being out there sweating, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's my feelings on it. That's my take on the various stores. So another question I had, or a comment I had, was from my friends over in Adelaide, Australia, and they commented on the differences of our foods. Big time differences. I mean, I think we have more types of foods available than many other places. Again, some of that depends on where you're at. Oh, I forgot to mention, like, shopping at Mexican stores and stuff like that for good prices on some things. But yeah, I belong. I'm on a couple of uh, cooking type pages on Facebook, and then I watch several different channels from around the world. And types of food, some are very similar, some are really different, and sometimes it just depends on what you call it. So, for instance, cookies. What we call cookies are biscuits in the UK. What we call biscuits, they call, I think it's bread cakes. Uh, Ham they call gammon. Bacon, bacon in the rest of the world is nothing like American bacon. Not just the UK, but like, well, Canadian bacon. Everybody's seen Canadian bacon. Everybody in the U.S. anyway. It's nothing like American bacon. Um, Bacon in the UK is nothing at all like American bacon. Um, I'm not even sure it's made from the same cut of the animal. It's definitely not smoked and salted and cured in the same way. Same thing with hams. Or like I said, they call gammon or joint, I think is the other word I heard use it. And they're not preserved the same way, so they don't look the same. And they probably, bacon and hams won't interchange. So if you go to make a dish from the UK and it calls to use bacon, you use American bacon, it's going to be totally different. Or if you go to make a dish, an American dish, and you use English bacon, it's not going to turn out the same. So, um, beans. Beans are another thing. What we have baked beans. They're kind of beans in a tomato brown sugar kind of sauce. Um, in the UK, they have the same. It's the same white navy bean, but it's more of a red tomato sauce without the sugar. I've never tasted them, so I don't really know. Um, they look different, and they have them for breakfast more so than like for barbecues or alongside a hamburger. I don't know. Maybe they do use them for hamburgers or for dinner. Uh, Let me know in the comments. Um, Stuff like peanut butter or Nutella. I think Nutella you can get in other areas, but like uh, Vegemite, yeah, something like that. Um, Pretty sure that's an Australian type thing. Maybe it's UK too. I don't know. I know it's not generally available here in the U.S. Although it could be available in specialty stores, or if you have a if you have a shop that has a lot of um, international aisles, and there's a couple of those. Some of the high dollar stores, you'll find all kinds of international aisles. You'll find foods from Sweden and France and Germany and Italy and Chile and wherever. So uh, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we have that other countries don't have, and then there's a lot of stuff that we do have, and people don't even realize. There was a post the other day on Facebook about um, Lee & Perrin's A1 steak sauce, and it said something about let's see, Leon Parents was created in 1862, and the comment was about, we were in the middle of the Civil War, and all people could think about was steak sauce. It wasn't invented here. It was invented in Worcester, in the United Kingdom, and then it just became a super big hit here. And I don't know if it was originally named A1. I forget. I know I read it when I went to make the answer to it. I'd known that it was actually created in the UK. I looked it up just to double check, or I should say, I thought I knew. I looked it up to double check, and I do that a lot when I'm online. Before I make a comment, I'll double check. I don't do that here because half the time I'm just freely associating and babbling away, and I'll let you all know. Don't hold me to those numbers. But yeah, people don't realize that A1 sauce, it's got a red, white, and blue wrapper on it, right? People automatically assume that it's, America's #1 sauce. Nope, not even made here. Not created here. So, I mean, there's other differences. Tea, what we consider tea, there's differences in tea between where I am here in the South and just up the eastern seaboard of the United States, a couple hundred miles. Down here, we make a black tea, just regular tea bags, and then it's usually so sweet, it's almost like liquid candy. I can't drink it that sweet. But then you go up north, and they serve it with very little sugar at all, if any, as iced tea. So, just like I said, just the variation there, and I don't know how many differences there are when you go across the pond. So, but I imagine there are quite a few. Again, like with coffee, there's so many different ways of drinking coffee just here in the United States. Some of it is from other lands. Espresso or coffee cubano. Cuban coffee is so, I don't know, it is cooked down. It's got so much sugar in it. One little shot will get you flying. So, but it's more sugar rush than caffeine. And then we got all the Starbucks and the giant words that mean coffee with chocolate and whipped cream and whatever. So anyway, I guess I've expounded on those two questions or answered those two questions enough. Hopefully this posts or this loads fairly quickly. It's going on 5:30. I did the Coffee with Doc video earlier today, and it took a little over 4 hours to load. I don't know why. Sometimes my internet flies, and other times it barely wants to get out of its own way. So, let me know what you think, folks. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fantabulous. If you want to check me out on Facebook or Instagram, I'll have links in the description box, wherever that is on your device of choice. I also have links to similar videos. You can find my email and my snail mail in case you want to send me something, super awesome and totally unexpected. Yeah. So, if your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I see y'all again. I hope you have a fantabulous day. Salachi, y'all. Bye bye.